Yo, what's going on, guys? Now that Once Human is finally released and everybody is jumping into the game, I thought we might get into the what to do in the end game guide. Currently, as it stands, uh, Tall Grass, as well as the Blackfell Zone, and even further up north, is currently not available. But this week, it will become available, so people will be doing their best to rush to max level, which is 50 in this game. But there's a ton to do once you reach level 50 in the game, and this is going to be your guide on what to do when you reach level 50. So first things first is going to be materials. Materials are a huge thing in this game. You're going to need as many of them as you possibly can. I highly recommend, even though that you can't do it as of this moment, start stocking up on low tier mats before you stock up on high tier mats. Hide, for example, is one of those materials that you are in constant need of and you don't get a lot of it. But if you can get as much copper, bronze, steel, literally anything, I highly recommend you do that. Um, you're going to need it for late game. Everything needs every kind of mat. If you want to upgrade your vehicles, if you want to repair your gear, literally everything. So, before even you get to level 50 and beyond level 50, start gathering as many mats. Right now, I have 5 deluxe storage crates specifically to fill them to the brim with materials. Currently, I think we're about to get our first one done, but once we get to level 50, we're going to be going absolutely mental. One of my TikTok videos, I showed this zone right over here, right outside the Blackfell. I guess you would call it in pretty much. Um, this is where I'm going to be spending so much of my time. This is where I'm going to be gathering acid. This is where I'm going to be gathering scrap parts. This is where I'm going to be gathering most of my stuff. Um, I'm going to be spending countless hours just killing, looting, um, and just doing what I can once I reach level 50. But that's not the only thing you can do. There is also making your build. Now, I'm not going to go specifically into details on how to make your build, but we will go into what you should be doing to get your build together. So let's get right into it. So, like I said before, I'm not going to be going into specific details on how to make a build or how to get your build, but I'm going to give you a general idea of what you should be looking for. Now, this goes into gear as well as mods, but we're going to be mainly specifically focusing on mods today. I'm going to be making a more in-depth video this week that I highly recommend you guys check out. But for now, we're just going to be focusing on the mods. If we look at this silo, and this goes for every silo as well as every monolith, if you go in right at the top bar, there's going to be hard and pro difficulty. Once they open up hard and pro difficulty, if we take a look at this symbol right here, this will be the specific gear mod for that silo or for that monolith that you are going to get if you use a controller. Now, for Silo Sigma, it's a glove mod, and each different monolith and silo has a different one. Um, for monoliths, I'm pretty sure if they haven't changed anything, they're specifically designed for weapons. So each monolith will have either like shrapnel, a balance, explosive, frost, burn. Um, you're gonna have to farm a monolith for whichever build you want to go for, and then for silos, there's specific like armor mods, and when you go into them, you use your controller, you get your mod. They come with different attributes. You have the main attribute and you have the sub attribute. Now, the main attribute will basically go off your build. If you're a burn, you probably want to go, or frost, you want to go for something elemental. If you go for something like shrapnel or boom, you probably want to go for something um, with crit or just damage, things that help you out. But for the base stats, I do have a recommendation on specifically what you should be going for. These are going to be the ones that have minimal like effect, but if you get them on every single one of your gear, they will have a crazy effect, and that will be weapon damage, crit damage, weak spot damage, reload speed, magazine capacity, and I don't know if they added it, but I assume with what I've seen so far, crit rate um, are some of the better ones. This is specifically for my build, which I will be going into at a later time, but those are basically the main ones. All of these increase your damage. Now you can obviously trade out mag capacity and reload speed for elemental status effect if you're going for that kind of build. But for me personally, I will be going my main four will be weapon damage, crit damage, crit rate, weak spot damage, and then an either combination of reload speed and mag capacity. So that is what you should be looking for when you go to these silos. And finally, the ultimate thing that you guys should be doing every week, even though that it is hard capped, but this will allow you to thrive throughout the seasons, is get Starcrum. There's a ton of different ways to get Starcrum. Now, again, it is hard capped. There you can't get a lot per week, but there's a ton of different ways to do it. Purifications, journey, um, trading certain items like stellar planular. There's a ton of ways. But what they actually do for you is they get you blueprints, and blueprints are basically your end game grind, your end game goal. You want to get as many blueprints as you can. You want to upgrade your blueprints to the max level. If you guys can see right above the mag capacity, there is stars. You can actually upgrade your blueprints, but the only way to do that is to get blueprints of the same gun or the same variation. If we actually look right here, this shotgun right here is part of the Juggernaut blueprint set, and each one comes with their own set. Now, if I was to get, say, this DB12 or anything in the Juggernaut set, I could upgrade this DB12. And the only way to do that, though, is to get Starcrum. Starcrum will be your best friend besides Acid. And currently, right now, I'm sitting at 6,500. I have gotten only one legendary, but I have specifics that I want to go for. Mainly, where is it? This Scar right here, I will be personally going for a shrapnel build. So I will be doing everything in my power to get this, everything in my power to get anything related to shrapnel, like this gas tight helmet, and anything that just boosts my ability to do a ton of damage. And the only way to do that is Starcrum. So make sure you do your purifications every week. Make sure you do challenges. Make sure you get your logins. Get your Starcrum. Hopefully this guide was insightful for you. I will be doing more in-depth versions of some of these tips that I gave you, but I didn't want to go into too much detail to make a crazy long video. I just wanted it to be a general idea. There's a lot in this game that you guys have to worry about, and I don't want to add that load onto you right now. But I hope you guys are excited for the full release of this map and everything it has to offer. We're in for a huge treat, well, this week. And I will be spending so much time grinding and making sure that we are as overpowered as possible, that we're ready for when wipe day comes. And if you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I answer every single question, every single comment that I possibly can. Even if I don't comment on it, I do react to make sure you guys know that I see it. I'm here to help you and your journey to become the best meta in Once Human. So, on that note, I hope each and every one of you guys has a wonderful day, and as always, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.